So what are you
Testing one, two.
Here. Thank you so much. We have a quorum, so at this time we're going to stand for invocation. Dear most kind and gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this day that you've given us. We thank you
into like this, so the YouTube listeners can hear you. Our company was here yesterday, and they explained that you have to speak directly into the microphone. agenda backup, there's a photograph of the container. But it says, and as you hear all these over the months and years, discussion tonight is for the particular items to be stored, and then should you grant approval tonight, they're limited, the applicant is limited to having only what they've represented and only what they've included in their application is what's allowed to be stored outside. Does that answer your question, sir?
I do.
Thank you.
Other questions or comments? This all the other councilors together and thoughts. Now, there's a picture that we have here. This is a metal container. Yes, it's just like the one that we have for our community center. So just for the public and for the understanding, when I'm looking at the pictures, this sort of like the freight container. Yes, container. Okay, that you would see on a freight car. Yes, freight train. Okay. How large is it? What size is it? It's a 20 by 8. 20 by 8. Okay. And the location would be in the back of the. Yes, sir. Okay. And again, questions just for the public and for the record. Is the area where it's going to be, is it fenced or is it just open? Yeah, no, it's fenced. It's fenced? Yes, sir. What type of fence is it? Is it opaque fencing, wood fencing? No. Well, so if there's any other questions at this point?
Mr. Webb, quick question. Actual, this is just a symbolic, this is the actual container that you're purchasing or seeking to purchase for the in-progress
Yes, sir. Yeah, yes, sir.
container.
Yeah, same thing.
And then my next question, what type of flooring is going to sit on?
Well, it's going to be a concrete slab, and it's going to, yes, sir. And we're gonna also, strap it to the concrete.
Okay, so I'm going to go back on the fencing. I mean, looking at this container, that's at least 12 foot in height. You don't know that that's the minimum 12 foot. What purpose is that fence going to do? Because the fencing is 7 foot, 8 foot max.
You're talking the fence
The
around
fencing that you said
on the back. Well,
assuming the fence was going around the container itself.
no,
Oh, okay, so that's my mistake.
no.
That's Robertson. What, so what is the fencing going to go if it was brought up by the mayor?
No, he's asking if the property has been fenced.
Okay, I heard it around, so I'm assuming in the
Oh,
plans that you were fencing the actual container. Okay, good.
and just the clarity, the input of the question was in terms of just the security of the container. Okay, right. And I know that it has the latches. I think it has a latch and head kind of yeah, lock kind of a thing. One of the things, of course, and I've tried to be consistent with it, is that it relates to just storage itself, is the potential for vandalism, and one of the things we don't want to do is encourage vandalism. And we know that homeowners are responsible, but at least for the process, for the record, we're just kind of covering all of the bases to ensure that that doesn't happen. And if there's a 6-foot fence, there's no fencing at all, then a person can go unabated causes call situations for the homeowners, and then law enforcement is involved and so forth. So we want to try and prohibit that as much as possible. So that was the nature of the question. Okay. And I've also expressed as well in terms of just the visibility of it all, and if it's in the back, if you could, in terms of just the location, yeah, if we're looking at the home, the fence being what starts on the side and then to the back, sort of like in a square C shape kind of. Yeah, well, if you know 55, my property, it's a big backyard. So it's gonna be far away from the house. So, for instance, if the house is right here, okay. Right, for those who may, in the event that we have a person who are attending to us via our YouTube page, that would be about a depth of about 25 feet. Yes, sir. About 25 feet. And that's from the beginning of the back of the house. Yes, sir. So the depth of it would correct. Deep yard. Other questions or comments? Councilman? Comment, I think, for clarity, if you all are familiar with the one that's behind the recreation center up on Australian Avenue. Yeah. I think what the gentleman was talking about is the same thing. Yes, correct. Same size, same height. Same price, probably exactly the same. Because I know that one up there is 20 foot by 8 foot by 8 foot. Yeah, correct. It's the same exact thing like the one over the community center. Are you familiar with it? Yes, sir. I do. And that's about 8 foot high. Yeah. Inside, and then you have room metal
added as a condition if you'd like it to be reflected in the application. It could just be a revision to the application for him to submit should you approve tonight a revised application stating the other thing that should be added is the actual container reference itself. He has listed everything he's proposing to store there, but not the actual container. So it could be a condition to add the slab language and the container language to the application.
No, in fact, the applicant himself stated he was going to do that, I guess, just to ensure, yes, for longevity purposes, and so I wanted to, was just inquiring as to whether or not that was also included, and that language is included in the application that he stated. Okay. And the applicant stated that, no, I'm going to be slabbing. I'm going to put it on the slab, so you would have no issues with being added. No, language added. No, sure. Okay.
Since I brought that up, I asked, and the applicant stated at that point that he was slabbing. I don't think it's critical whether you concrete slab it. I've seen those type of containers on drain field rocks, so I don't, it doesn't bother me whether it's slab, concrete, drain field rock, as long as it looks aesthetically good. So I just asked, and you revealed that you would be concrete.
Yeah,
But I've seen them on gravel, drain field.
If I had it to do over again, I would have brought it back to council. We would have made another list, brought it back to council, and did the addendum that way. That's the only thing I can say. I mean,
Okay.
we do have a line item for street repair that's $40,000 this current year. And these are the first funds that have been spent out of there. Maybe a few dollars for asphalt that we did on our own.
Okay.
But that's the only thing I would do differently.
Thank you for, because I'm looking at this. Nothing against that. I like the work that they've done that I've seen. I haven't been to all these other locations. I just don't, my schedule won't allow me to drive around. But what I do know that they've done is in Bryn Mawr, and it was a good job. But I'm just saying, I guess asphalt ain't cheap. It's a cost. So we got this as a line item. I guess we need to stick with our guns on these line items and make sure that we're covering and not band-aiding. And I'm not saying that we're band-aiding, but just fix it right. I'd rather fix it right. And you, and Mr. Metcalf, you know, and I've said it on this dais about entire development, but things have to be done in order. You know, we're trying to get sanitation in the development, so it doesn't make sense to pave a road and then tear it back up. But I am looking at that. So in defense, in all fairness, I am looking at that. So again, asphalt's not cheap.
any other questions or comments?
That was my only question, and that's my only comment.
Okay, all right, thanks so much. Other council comments or questions? Just while the other council are gathering their thoughts, let me turn your attention to the page that has the picture, and my apologies to our audience. You don't have that in front of you, but the 52nd Street, or we have that on that last one. That looks to be sort of a long stretch that was patched. Okay, so a question would be, was there any hazard, potential hazard involved if it had not been repaired?
Yeah, they're all potholes. I mean,
Okay.
they're, so like, Gina Reese always complained about, oh, now I can go get my car line now. Cause she doesn't, cause she works right there, warehouse right there, you know, and she said, I can go get my car line. There are large potholes all up and down that street.
Okay. Did any of them have the potential of, and I know that we're not experts in crash analysis and all of that, but just in terms of just the common sense of it all, was there the potential of someone traversing that area, either one of them, and getting involved in an accident?
Maybe flat the tire.
Okay,
something like
which
that,
could
yeah.
lead to
Yes,
loss of
yes.
control. Okay. So one of the things that we have in terms of just our responsibility is the safety and welfare, not only our residents, but our visitors and so forth. So I think in situations where there are potential hazards that can provide that go along the safety lines, there are times, for instance, when you get a heavy rain, and while it may not be identified, I know that our engineer had gone through and had identified a lot of the areas for paving and repair and all of that. This didn't fall within it. I don't think it did, or some of these, or some may have and just became
Mayor,
worse.
also the rain that came those couple days, it took a toll on a lot of those potholes. They got bigger.
Yeah, that's what I was
Because
just
even
about
before
to
they
say.
paved ours, the rain came and it just sat there, and then it just got wider.
Right, and that was, and I'm sort of providing the justification for it, and that there are times when things happen unexpectedly. And so we have contingency, just in case something were to happen. When we go through the whole budget session, and that's where it makes very good sense for us to make sure that we try and attend to as much as we can. We can't foretell the future, but there are times when things happen that are beyond our control, and so I'm okay in that we were able to capture and save $1,500 as opposed to having them, come before council. Here's what we have, some pictures, and then we got to bring them back, and that would be a loss of $1,500. Because again, since our charge is, one of our charges is to make sure that we're ensuring the safety of our residents and visitors, probably would have approved it, down the road as opposed to retrospectively. But took Councilman Smith's statement, in as much as we can, and I know that we always do, if we can find and identify something that needs to be repaired, and it doesn't require just right now, then it comes back here. But right now it's because they were here, and we can save $1,500. So I'm okay with it. Okay. Other comments or questions? No other comments or questions? Okay, so the request here is to approve in sort of a retroactive, my apologies, in sort of a retroactive manner, the repairs that have been done. The vendor came out and in good faith provided the service, and it's done. So at this point, the motion is to have the work that has already been conducted and completed approved or denied. So we have before us a request for the approval of addendum to that agreement as stated previously. It increases the original amount from $8,312.50 to include the additional repairs that we had before us in photos that amounted to $6,923.25. That brings the total up to $15,235.95. That being said, what is your pleasure as it relates to the request for approval?
Mr. Mayor, so moved that we approve it. Do I have to read the whole thing out?
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded that we approve the request for the approval of addendum to agreement between the town of Magonia Park and Saffold Paving in the amount totaling $15,235.95, which includes the additional repairs. Has been properly moved and seconded. Any questions on the motion? Hearing none. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Buchanan Webb,
Yes.
Councilmember McConnell,
Yes.
Councilmember Smith. Yes. Mayor Alberry,
Yes.
It passes unanimously.
Thank you so much. Our next item is item 7F, and this is a request for the approval of a garage door replacement and repair at Addie L. Green Park at 1233 53rd Street in the amount of $6,925 by General Garage Door.
All right.
Yes. Okay, the garage door at the park where we store all our equipment, our lawnmowers and everything, spring is broken and the motor's burned out. And the way it's built, you can't get in it. There's no door. So when they built it, they put the garage door on the inside, concrete block, and there's no other door. So in order to get into the garage now, you have to cut a big hole in it, go in it, and take it all out. Because other than that, you can't get into it. There's no other access door. And by doing this, we're going to change it, put it on the outside, so this ever happens again, they can repair it from the outside. But right now, it's on the inside, and there's no way to get in there. And if I go and cut it now and take out the mowers and everything, I basically have to put plywood up until I get a door back, and then I don't want to put that up, and then somebody just go take the plywood off and go into the garage. Because I have nowhere else to store anything in there. I just have to put it outside somewhere.
I know one time we talked about putting a door from one side of that to the other, of the wall, because it was a racquetball court. So
Yes, because
why the door got left out on that side?
yeah, because if you ever go in it, it's actually two garages, but it's a concrete wall between them. And the one on the back side, on the baseball field side, it has a door, but the larger one doesn't have any door. There's no way to get in it. And by the spring breaking and the motor's the door slammed shut on the ground. There's nothing, I can't get it up or anything. Only way I have to get up, I have to cut inside it.
Ready? I'm sorry, McConnell? All done? Okay, Councilman Smith?
I'm just gonna kind of suggest, I know we're not talking about it tonight, may wanna revisit, putting a door on that side so we don't have this down the road. I know that's not what we're talking about tonight.
Yeah.
We wanna get the garage door on the outside functioning, but, good Lord, it'd be good to have a door on the side of that.
Mayor came with a great solution. Don't put one on
Yeah.
the side, put it inside the other one. Other garage.
Something to get other
So you
than
go
having
through
one
that
of the
door,
ends.
And the other door is never exposed to the outside, so you can't break in it. So just put a door inside on the other wall. That would be the way.
Excellent. Anything would help, so
Yeah, 'cause
I know,
there's
again, we're not
nothing there.
talking about it
It's just a
tonight.
concrete box and the garage is down. There's nowhere else. I can't do anything about it.
Ready? Other questions or comments?
So I'm looking at this price again. Am I looking at this right? The cost?
Yes, because you're gonna have to build, you have to get a entire new door, because if you cut the door, to get inside it, the door is destroyed. There's no way you're gonna, and General Garage Door is the only one from here to Miami that does 11-foot doors. That's not a regular garage door, that's an 11-foot door.
So this is based on labor and material, and seem like some customized work
Yes,
in it as well.
Because this time it's gonna go on the outside. So the motor and everything, spring will be on the outside. To put it back the way it is, the way
won't
we have
work.
it now, is actually $7,000.
How much?
$7,000 to put it back the way it is now. So you would spend like $100 cheaper to actually put it to the outside. So if it ever happens again, you can fix it outside. You don't have to do what we're doing now.
Okay.
Ready? Now, are they gonna, they have to just reframe it as well, or? 'cause
Yes,
if the frame is on this side,
everything
gotta-
that's inside is coming
Yeah,
out.
it's gotta come out.
Have you ever seen like big warehouses where their doors on the outside? That's how it's gonna be now.
Ready? I think probably the saving grace is that the spring didn't break with the door halfway up, or all the way up. At that point, you can't do anything with it, so. So no silver lining, if there is any silver lining to be had. It came down, thank goodness.
Yeah, it broke all the way to shit, so that was it.
So my last question then, and if we vote on tonight to get this started, how long would this start from A to Z to get this process? Is that
5 to
material
6
available?
5 to
Or they
6
gotta
weeks.
order it?
Yeah, the doors 11 foot, you have to order everything. There's
So they gotta
nothing
order it?
available. Yeah, it's 5 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, definitely, 'cause that's a unusual.
Yeah. We
Height
tried,
and
even
width.
down to Miami, there's nobody who does 11-foot doors.
So we'll be doing interim, just gotta deal with it
Yeah,
for now till we get those, materials. Okay.
Now, question, just to make sure that we've covered the waterfront, do we have any, equipment in there that we need prior to this 3 to 6 weeks?
nah, we'll just use a push lawnmower and a weed eater.
Put
That's
it
what I
back
did.
garage for 6,000, just put it back garage.
I mean, you want to hear the truth, that's what I did. I just bought a $300 push lawnmower. We just have to cut with a push lawnmower.
Okay. And the reason for the question was I kind of thought about that. If indeed we had locked away equipment that we needed, then are we now looking at a rental or purchase situation, which means then we would have to readdress this?
Yeah,
Okay.
not gonna spend anything. We'll make do for now. We'll be okay for a month.
Okay. All righty, okay.
And, Mr. Mayor, if you approve this, we have identified funds in the general fund contingency budget, which we have $87,000 remaining in that. And again, this would be for $6,925. So we do have available funds if you approve.
And again, for the record, to refresh my memory, I'm a little tired. Our procurement threshold is
5,000.
Is it 5,000?
Requires council approval, yes, sir.
Okay, thanks. Alrighty, any other questions or comments?
No, Ro, one of the things I wanted to say thank you for is the fact that I notice you always have the town's best interests at heart. Even prior to coming on board full-time, like you always try to find ways to save $1 or $2 or ways to go around just improvising and trying to do things differently, and I appreciate you for that.
Thank you.
Ditto. Except for the fact that he don't like our exercise program. Other than that.
We've exercised for 6 months now.
Okay, we designed that program for you guys. Okay. Any other questions or comments? Okay, hearing none on this item. All right, so we do have before us a request for the approval of a garage door replacement and repair at El Green Park at 1233 53rd Street in the amount of $6,925 by General Garage Door. With that, what is your pleasure as it relates to the request?
Motion for agenda item F, request for approval garage door replacement and repair at Green Park, 1233 53rd Street, at the amount of $6,925.
Thank you so much.
By General Door, by the company General Door.
Thanks.
General Garage Door, excuse me.
Okay, thanks so much. Motion has been made. Is there a second to that motion?
Second.
Has been properly seconded. Any questions on the motion? Hearing none. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Buchanan Webb,
Yes.
Councilmember McConnell,
Yes.
Councilmember Smith,
I guess yes.
and Mayor Oliveri.
Yes.
It passes unanimously.
Thank you so much. We're going to move on to our agenda. Our next item is item 8, public comment. So at this point in time is that point in time in our meetings where we open the floor to the public. So if there is any comment from the public, we'll allow you to take the floor to state whatever your comment and/or questions may be. And if we have anyone, while we're waiting, if we have anyone that has joined us via our YouTube page, just a reminder that there is a 30 to 40 second delay.
45 seconds.
45-second delay. And that's, we will allow that 45 second. It may end up in 45 seconds of silence, but just for the record, that would be the reason for the brief span of silence. So at this time, the floor is open for public comment from anyone who has any public comment.
None.
Thank you so much. Seeing that there are no comments by way of our YouTube page visitors, as well as those who are on the floor, we will now close the floor to public comment, and we will now return back to the dais. At this time, we'll move to item 9, our reports. We're going to begin with our time manager, Ken Metcalf. Ken?
Mayor and council, thank you for your time this evening. I know that we threw a lot at, actually, we pulled a lot from you tonight, so thank you for that, and appreciate your good work. Just a couple of items, and everyone knows you'll get a detailed manager's report at the end of this week, but just to highlight a few things. So we had a youth council meeting last night, and at the youth council meeting, we did a workshop where we allowed the, and I know Councilwoman Buchanan Webb will speak more on this, but we'll had the children participate in a workshop where they practiced designing the flag that we've been talking about, and that was a lot of fun. We had them do it as a cooperative effort and to watch them communicate with each other and coordinate everything. It was a lot of fun. So we are having the Design the Town Flag contest through May 13th, and we will have another workshop this Friday at 4 o'clock here at Town Hall, and another one 6 o'clock on Monday at the Community Center. So that's really shaping up into something very special. Need to remind council that next Monday, yes, ma'am, go ahead.
Remember, we might be extending the date for the competition? It's
Yeah,
a
that-
possibility?
That's starting to look very likely, but
Okay.
we'll keep everyone updated on that. Next Monday, May 9th, beginning at 9 a.m., we've been talking about this a little bit here and there, and it's been in your manager's report. Want to do this all day, or at least a 5 or 6 hour retreat / workshop with some lunch in the middle of it. And we have many items to tackle. This will also kickstart our budget process for the upcoming year. So we have code revisions that we've been talking about that we need to get some better direction on. We need to figure out what we're doing with the town banner. So we need to look at a lot of utility needs, to include the ARPA money that's coming in, grant money that we're applying for, potential state money that's coming in. We have to make a lot of plans for that. So just a reminder, that's next Monday, May 9th, beginning at 9 a.m., and possibly could go 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Hopefully not longer than that, but we want to hear from you and what your vision is for the upcoming fiscal year. And I really have to pin everyone down on the My Teacher, My Hero Gala that's coming up on the 21st at the Convention Center. The town, this event has been postponed a couple of times because of COVID, but the town did sponsor a table which has 10 seats, and if all council members plus one each came, that would be 10 tickets, that would be 10 seats. So we're just trying to figure out, I mean, I've heard from Mr. and Mrs. Webb, the mayor, vice mayor has indicated she'd like, but I really need to pin this down so we can get a firm number. And they being Inlet Grove, they are calling Francesca literally every day to get the names. So if you could let me know, say by noon tomorrow, if you're going and if you're taking a date, that would be helpful. Otherwise, unless you have questions for me on any topic, that will conclude my report. Any question? Anyone have questions on that gala or the workshop next Monday?
If I may, just additional information, I was going to wait until a report, but it would be apropos at this point. I spoke with Dr. Banks, and I'm not sure if it was stated or understood, but they are requiring a COVID test prior to arrival. She did state that if indeed a person did not have it, they would have the kits there, so just come like 2 hours earlier, because we're still in COVID protocol, and they just want to make sure everybody's safe. If you, we'll get clarification, but in as much as I think I remember, if a person has been tested within 24 to 48 hours, just bring the test, your vaccine documentation, as well as the COVID test itself that took place within 24 to 48 hours, I think it was. Yeah. And if I'm mistaken, then it will be corrected at the door. So if you don't have the rapid test or PCR test within 48 hours, I think it is, then just make sure that you come a little early and they'll do that for you. Okay?
Are they
Alrighty,
doing the barcodes for the vaccines? Because most CVS has where you just pull it up as like a barcode type of thing.
Well, no,
It's not like a card.
well, now what she will accept and what I've done, and I'll always speak concerning myself and not share PHI with it regarding anyone else. I've actually taken a picture of each time that I've gotten my vaccine. I've just taken a picture of it. So I have my card as well as my booster, and so all I do is just show it on my phone, and she said that's more than sufficient. So just documentation that way is sufficient. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, thanks again. Anything else?
No, sir, that's all.
Okay. Thanks so much.
Thanks again.
Captain?
Submitted.
Okay. Any questions or comments for the captain?
Yes.
Okay. Councilman Smith? Okay. We'll give the captain a moment to come to the podium.
How you doing?
Fine, how are you?
I'm pretty good for the most. Just wanted to publicly thank you for some things that were happening several weeks ago, and PBSO got on active, and I'm sure you're still active, involved, and vigilant on things. So appreciate what you did for the entire town, and like stated earlier, you do have the town's best interests. And when things happen, you're there. And so appreciate the professionalism, the flyers and things that took place. And I'm totally satisfied with what has happened thus far.
Thank you.
Righty, any other questions or comments?
I echo the same sentiments.
Thank
you. Any other questions or comments for the captain? Okay.
you. I'll make sure I pass it along to the staff, and we appreciate your support.
Oh, certainly. Thanks for all you guys do. We appreciate it.
I tell you, I forgot what his name is. The kids miss him just passing by honking the horn. He's the short one. I can never remember his name. But he normally comes around 11:30. And then one of the older ones that she's like really smart, she said, Miss Kalisha, the police officer don't come by anymore. So I said, no, we probably go in before we'd be missing him. But he normally comes around that time. But then the other day, I think he changes times. He comes different times now. But sometimes, like when he know they're there, he just passed by and honks the horn.
In light of some recent events, we've been staggering our times.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I just have to create different techniques and tell them stuff. So I just wanted him to know that they miss him.
All right, will do.
Okay, all righty. And if I may, we can't disappoint the kiddies. So someone has to come by. What time? 11:30.
By the way, that was me that honked at you the other day when you were sitting in your.
I think we have our contract negotiations coming up, so we'll put that in the contract. All right, thanks so much, Captain. We appreciate it. Okay. All righty. So with that, Amity?
Nothing specific, sir, thank you.
Okay, thanks so much. So at this time, we'll go now to our council reports. Councilwoman Webb.
I am striking on Monday. I won't be here.
Okay.
No, I'll be here, but I won't stay for the whole entire thing. So I am also representative for family child care homes, and what it is, child care has not been recognized or being compensated the way it should. So therefore, there's a Change Movers movement that will be happening on Monday, and I'm participating in it. My parents are really nice, and they're taking the day also, giving me that day so we could join up in Miami. So what it is, it's called If Mommy Don't Go to Work, go to drop us off to daycare, there's no work. So whether you're a grandmother, a grandfather, mommy, daddy, majority of daycare is going to be closed on Monday. So there won't be any childcare. Some of the teachers and directors have mutual agreements with some of the parents, while some are be like, okay, well, I'm not doing this. And I can say so far, we've had like a tremendous amount of support from our parents because they realize that during the pandemic, we were open when no one else was open. Family childcare at large was like forefront and open, so the paramedics, the hospitals, and everybody else could be able to drop their kids off. But like it goes back again, where we're not being compensated the way we should. So that's where I would be on Monday. Yeah.
Mr. Mayor, if I can ask for clarification, you said you were striking, not protesting, correct? Okay.
Well, both. To do several.
Yeah, there's some new laws in Florida.
Yeah, I don't know which one I'm doing it yet, but it's just fun to see that, I say fun because of the fact that you wouldn't know that you're gonna get that much outpouring of a support type of thing, and then you didn't know that you're valued until a parent come up and say, you know what, you have my support, and then you have about 4 other one that says, you know what, I see what you're doing for me and my kids, you have my support, and then they tell that parent, and then that parent comes, and then they're calling to get more information, and then believe it or not, they all come and be like, okay, we're joining this. So there'll be parents there also, not just providers.
Oh, good, good. And make sure you're safe. So stay
Yeah,
safe.
keep me in your prayers.
Okay. Okay.
It's
Any-
gonna be a peaceful protest. It's not gonna be anything rowdy, but it's all over New York, all over. Every state is participating in it.
Okay, well, good. It's a very valuable service. Yeah, very valuable. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Councilman McConnell?
Nothing.
Okay. Councilman Smith?
Oh, yeah, just one thing before I forget. Just wanted to give proper recognition to staff, governing body, attorney, because I see things throughout the town. So I see you. So I see some things getting taken care of. I won't go into detail. You know what they are. I know what they are. We've had many discussions. So right now, I like the direction that I'm seeing things going. I noticed some stuff that wowed me and some things that I didn't notice. Maybe I need to look more. So I know it's not easy. Planning and getting permitting and things of that nature and just managing a town, even if it's this size, still work. But we're not done yet. So I do want to recognize and give you your recognition on that. So thank you, Attorney, definitely for clearing up a lot of legal things that I may or may not know. So thanks.
Thank you. Yeah. And thank you all so much as well. Yeah, we appreciate everything everyone does do to keep the town moving. I have nothing either other than to say thank you so much for our resident who is with us, Mr. Kelly. Thank you so much for coming out and being with us. We will invite you, encourage you, each of us, to continue to do what we do to make sure the town moves. There's growth taking place, there's development taking place, and we're going to continue to show our responsibility, ensure that things are done properly and that things are done. Thank you so much for all that you do. So with that, if there's nothing else, motion for adjournment
So moved.
has been moved
Second.
and properly second. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. We'll see you on Monday. Okay. Friday, have a great evening.
I would like steak for lunch, please.
If you leave, you can't have lunch.
What's up? You coming with us on the 21st? Coming with us on the 21st?
Anything I need
That's
to,
a pretty
Where are we
nice-
going?
My teacher, my hero.
and I need to
Oh,
pay
yes.
attention to
We didn't get it.
keep eyes on it.
We didn't get anything.
Okay. Good, I'll put it to good use if I did get it.
You got a phone?
Yeah, Shorty, come on. You gotta we go.
You got a suit or tuxedo? Suit or tuxedo? Either one.
Come on, Shorty, we going.
Neat shorts with.
This is about as dressed up as I get.
You let me know. I can
There's
get
all-
you dressed any way you want to dress.
She put something here, but I can't read it. You see it?
Vera, shirt, shorts, you let me know.
taking you, even either, push them in the wheelbarrow, huh?
It's a great event.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Nice to see you all.